Hello, muffins! Ronas. Today is finally the day that I am getting around to doing my favorite hoodies and or jackets video. Sorry. Life happens. Plus procrastination plus laziness equals moi. Alright, so I have, I believe, 12 hoodies the last time I counted. It was supposed to be 13, but I can't find one of the ones that was supposed to be in this haul. Well, haul, I already have them. I didn't really, I digress. Um, so when I find it, I'll post it at some point if I remember. Terrible memory. But yes, if you haven't noticed, it's a whole new space. Sorry, I got distracted really easily. I'm not used to standing and doing this. Now you get to see how short I am. My dresser's about up to here on me, so. And you guys are sitting on top of that. Well, I guess we'll start with the one. Lydia's over there watching me. I keep trying to pick her up, and she doesn't want to be picked up today. Otherwise, I was going to put her in this video. But she's literally just laying on her stick because I think she's just bored. But then I open the tank and try to take her out, and she's like, nah. So, I just pet her instead. I'll show you guys her in a minute. So I'll start with the one I'm wearing. Most of my hoodies are oversized because I love doing this with the arm thing. And I love having big, old, clunky hoodies because they're super comfortable. I go to this college. I've been going to this college since 2009. It's been a very long time. It's a 2-year college, by the way. It's only a 2-year college. But the reason I've been going for so long is because I would either go full-time or I would go part-time. But when I first started going, I didn't really want to go. And it was kind of one of those things where you do it because it's supposed to be good for you, but you don't really want to go because I hated school and blah, blah, blah. I was more of a social butterfly, so I would like skip my classes and socialize, or I would fail my classes because I didn't want to study and blah, 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 blah. So, and I never really knew what I wanted to do, for my major kind of deal. But this past semester that I went, and I would either work full time or I would go to school full time. It was never both at the same time. And now I'm working full time and I'm going to school part time. So, but it's almost like I want to do it because I'm almost done. I switched from my degree from a human studies degree to a general studies degree, and now it's more. I have 5 classes left. I'm on my last 2 out of 3. Because I have 3 next semester, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I'm so close. I have this semester and next semester left, and then I'll be done with this college. And I finally know what I want to do, which is mortuary science when I go get my bachelor's. With a possible minor in criminal psychology. I don't know if I'm going to add that on yet, but I definitely know I want to do the mortuary science thing. So, 11 years in the making, and here we are. Almost 12 years in the making. But yeah, it's been a long, rough road. I've had to retake several classes. It's all been paid for. I don't have any student loans or anything like that, which is, thank God for that. But thanks to the support of my mother, of my family, I wouldn't be continuing to do this college thing if it wasn't for them. I know when I get my bachelor's and such and so on and so forth and such which, I will be doing student loans and financial aid, but for this it was more just, get my foot in the door kind of deal. So that is this one. I probably won't change out of this hoodie this entire video because I'm comfy. And I worked in this all night, and it's a very comfortable hoodie, and I don't feel like taking it off and on and off and on. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 3 hours long, and we don't need that because I'm going to talk about every single hoodie. So, okay. The rack is right there, but you can't see it because it's kind of messy. But it's right there. I'm going to be back and forth, grabbing hoodies. Alright, so the next one is going to be from a concert I went to. Probably the last concert I went to, I want to say. Is this the last concert I went to? I want to say it's one of the last concerts I went to, if not the last concert I went to, with my best friend. Most of my hoodies are oversized. There's a couple that aren't in this haul because I was smaller at one point in time. But this one is from the concert from Motionless in White. It's from their Trick or Treat tour. They were on stage with, I hit myself in the face. They were on stage with In This Moment was the headliner. They were my favorite though. And on the back it just says their Trick or Treat tour and the tour dates. We're all the way at the bottom, all the way down in Albany, as some people call it. Albany, New York, October 27th at the Palace Theater. All the way in the butt. They're obviously it's Halloween, so well, yeah, that's one of the reasons. But I actually really like Motionless in White as a band. And they're set for their set is basically, oh, my alarm's going off. Just missed that. Their set was basically the I don't know how many of you have seen Trick or Treat, but my brain I worked all night and I'm just like, it's the set with the girl who carves all the pumpkins and it's her house, and that was their set. And then Sam came on stage and was throwing candy at everybody in the audience. It was awesome. I love Sam. If you can't tell, hello right there. Oh, I also, before I continue, I introduced the Wall of Goth. 98% of that stuff that's right there, all those little pieces of paper, are all stuff I got from my box of goth boxes. I will bring you in closer so you may take a peek-see at it. I'm terrible at this whole backwards camera shit. Okay. Alright. Pull in closer. Right there. Okay. So you can kind of see, this is pretty much everything I've received as far as artwork goes in the box of goth boxes since I've been subscribed to them. I'm sure there's a couple pieces missing because they're in storage. But yes. Oh, and Lydia. You guys want to say hi to Lydia? Hold on one second. Hello. Sorry for my lip. I bite my lip a lot. I don't know how to turn this camera. Never mind, I figured it out. And there she is, all big, bad, and bougie. See if I can open this and see if you guys can get a closer look at her. There she is. There she is. Look at her big, beautiful booty. Big, beautiful booty is what I was trying to say. Actually, I was trying to say big, beautiful body, but big, beautiful beauty works too. Well, you know what I mean. Still can't say it. It's fine. So that's Lydia. That's my pet. It's pretty much what she does all day long. I wish I could do that all day long. Just lay there on a stick and contemplate my life decisions. Alright, so that's hoodie number 2. And we're already 8 minutes in. We're only 2 hoodies in out of 12. This is definitely going on YouTube because it's not going to fit on Instagram. I may do a shorter version for Instagram because, well, I can only do 15 minutes and I might be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we'll see. Hoodie number 3. I got this year. These are all out of order, by the way. There's no specific, from, first to last or favorites. You know, I'm saving my favorite jacket for last. But the hoodies are just gonna be whatever I grab. I got this one this year. It is, the 5th year of this hoodie. As many of you know, I am Wiccan, or pagan, but I am the Wiccan branch of pagan. I identify as, anyway. And I've been pagan for a very long time. I've been Wiccan for a very long time. I'm just getting more into the practice part of it. I will always be learning, but I'm just getting more into the practice part because I lived with my grandfather for a long time, and he's a diehard Catholic. Well, he was a diehard Catholic. You know, couldn't burn incense in the house, couldn't do anything in the house, did not celebrate Halloween at all, no Halloween decorations type of deal. You know, I had to do my stuff out in the shed in secret kind of deal, you know, be very careful. But now that I have my own place, and when I was living with other people, it was a lot easier to delve more deeper into it and not have to hide it so much because, well, one, they either didn't care, or B, they were also interested in what it was. My glasses are filthy. I was just like looked and there was just like spots. I'm like, oh. I ramble and I apologize. I should have a script that's just there and just read the script. But I think it's more entertaining this way, probably for you guys, for me to be all bumbly over my words. Anyway, back to the hoodie. Before I go on more tangents. Starting back in 2016, well, 2015, we're going to go 1 year before that. Me and my best friend, we discovered this CNY Pagan Pride Facebook group. Well, she discovered it, and because she discovers everything awesome we do, including concerts. And she discovered this Pagan Pride group that they have every year. They have Pagan Pride Day about an hour from where we live. It's out in the outskirts of Syracuse. It's in Liverpool in a park. It's September. It's the third Saturday of every September every year. They've been doing it for years. We just discovered it in 2016 or 2015. Now, the year we were supposed to go the first time, we were super excited. We were ready to go. We had the weekend off. We were all, we're all set to go. We get to the park. We're on the wrong side of the park. We couldn't find anything anywhere. We thought it was canceled. We thought we got there late. Couldn't find it to save our lives. And my GPS took us God knows where to whatever side of the park. It's a really big park. So we're kind of disappointed, but we're like, you know what? It's fine. We'll try again next year. Next year it comes up, 2016, which actually that hoodie is in this pile somewhere, which we'll get to that. And we drive there. We're like, okay, hopefully this thing doesn't happen last year. There's somebody to ask, that we can ask them, where is this being held, this event being held? And I guess 2016 was our year to go because we got right there. Parking lot, boom. Park, boom. Right side of the park, boom. Like, we were there. And it was amazing. It was awesome. I had such a great experience. She had such a great experience. And we have been going, I've been going. I think she missed 1 year because she had to work. Every year since. Except for this year because COVID canceled the world. So, but she found out they still had hoodies available for this year. Because they had, so for every year they have a different theme. Somebody hand draws the theme for the year and they pick their favorite. And we don't know what the theme or what the, not theme, there's no theme. What the design is going to be until, maybe like a month or two beforehand. So the design this year is amazing and perfect, and I could not resist getting a hoodie even though I couldn't go because on this year's design, and thank God it's on the front of the hoodie because for the past 2 years they've been putting it on the back of the hoodie, and the front of the hoodie is just blank, and I hate that. But I have to get a hoodie because hoodies. But I hate that it's on the back of the hoodie. Anyway, so this year's is, dun, 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 it is a Plague Doctor with a phoenix and a cauldron, and it says CNY Pagan Pride on the top, I believe. Oh, it says CNY on the top. It says Pagan Pride somewhere on here. Oh, on the side. I think I would know my hoodie. Pagan Pride. It's got the beautiful Plague Doctor. It's got the beautiful phoenix rising from the ashes. And it's got this cute little mortar and pestle with the pentacle on it. And then down below, it's got a few of the astrological symbols, and it's got mine on there, the little Taurus right over here. And don't ask me what the other ones are because I'm terrible at that. I think this one's Aries, and I think this one is either Virgo or Pisces, and I'm not sure what this one is though. I know this one's mine. So, I think I would know that as a witch for several years, that I would know my astrological symbols. No. I'm bad. I learned many things, but that is the one thing I have not gotten into, which is stupid because, it's supposed to be the phases of the moon and the different this enters this and this such and such and so on and so forth and such witch. I'm a bad witch. It's fine. So, like I said, the first year's hoodie is in this pile as well, but I figured I'd show you guys the last year's hoodie and give you guys a little backstory. So when we get to it, boom. Alright.
Next one in the pile.
By the way, all my hoodies are black, so yeah, there's that. I have maybe 3 hoodies that aren't black, but none of them are in this pile. And speaking of the first year, I'm actually going to grab that one now so I can show you guys that this is a smaller one. Back when I was smaller, this is a large. And I have a tendency to pull these stringy things out of my hoodies because I don't like them. They get in the way, and I just end up pulling them out. So that's what happened with this one. Or they get up in there, and I don't feel like trying to get them out. So this is the design for the first year that me and her went. And it is my favorite design by far besides this year's. It is this beautiful stag and a sunflower and a cauldron and a smoky, sagey smoke, or the fire. I love it. It's such good memories and such good vibes and just awesomeness. The other two from 27. Okay, this is my 5th year then, because I have 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. Fifth year was the 2020. I'm sorry. My brain can't think very well. So 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. 2017, 2018, and 2019 are all in the closet. I think 2017 has... I'm interested in seeing those. 2017 has the fertility goddess on the front. And then 2018 is when they started putting them on the back of the hoodie. Which is super annoying. I really like the design of 2018. I just wish it was on the front so I could see it when I look down, but that's alright. And you can't see it on my back of my hoodie when I have my braids because my braids hang down to my butt. What is that design? I can't remember because I haven't worn it. Oh, it's kind of like it's got like a stone circle and it's got a labyrinth in it. So that was pretty cool. And then last year's was their 20th anniversary of hosting the CNY Pagan Pride Day, and it's color. So all their hoodies been black and white, but this one's colorful and it's got like this beautiful tree, and it's actually quite simplistic, but I kind of like it. And I ended up getting 2 things. I ended up getting the hoodie, which has it on the back, but I also ended up getting a long sleeve shirt with it on it so I could have the design on the front. Which is the first year I've done that, I've got 2 thingamabobbers. Yeah. I'm sorry, I tend to zone out sometimes. I forget where I'm at sometimes. Okay. This next one is a sweater, and I got it because, well, I just thought it was very 80s gothic chic. I got it at a thrift store. It is a super comfortable sweater. It is a super large sweater, and it has a gigantic cross on it. And it's just a black, sweater. It's not really particularly soft, but these, bubble things that it's made out of. It's made out of that knit that has, bubbly on it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just super comfortable, super large and in charge. It's super cute. I thought it was super gothic-y, aesthetic-y, and people always look at me when I wear it because I have, this on, but then I'll have, complete goth makeup. I'll have my earrings and my gauges, my Halloween hat. I'll have, jewelry on that's pagan-esque, and they're just kind of I'm just yep, figure it out for yourself. But yeah, that one came from the thrift store, and some of the best clothes I have ever received or worn, or some of the best stuff that I have ever found. More than clothes, because I usually don't go to the thrift store for the clothes. I go to the thrift store for the stuff that you find in the bottom of the bins, in the back of the shelves kind of deal. That's the stuff I go to the thrift store for. Thrift store. Alright. This next one, I'll save the 2 jackets for last, because I only have 2 jackets in this haul. Everything else is a hoodie. So, okie dokie. Next hoodie on the list is another concert hoodie. I adore this band. Again, another band. I have seen this band twice. I've actually seen Most of Them twice, actually. The first time I saw them was at a theater in Syracuse, which is one of those, theaters, in the bar, where the stage, in a bar, and you can, be, right here close to the stage. There's no, bouncer or gate or anything. You could literally touch their feet. I didn't get that close, though. I was actually that close, but then one of the other bands that was playing, I got kicked in the head twice by some lady that was crowd surfing. And it was really hot, and I had no water, and I had enough because I don't do crowds as it is. But I really, really was trying to stay there for motionless point. But I don't do crowds. I get really super uncomfortable and anxiety, and I just want to punch everybody in the face and get away from me, type of deal. But everybody, I think, the more bands that played, the more everybody was like, me. me. And I'm just like, oh god, no. Oh, look, double chin, me. To show you how chunky I am. I hide it well. Him. Thin throat. Okay, so I'm sorry. It has been I worked last night. I haven't slept yet. But I gotta get this video done because I keep promising you guys it, and I keep procrastinating on it. It was supposed to be done 2 days ago. Whoops. Alright, so I've seen this band twice, and the first time I saw them, I didn't know who they were. I didn't know heads and tails from who they were, but I really enjoyed them, and I really enjoyed their look and their style. And I researched them more, and I found out that a lot of their songs have to do with center around the horror theme. And then the second time I saw them, I saw them actually the same place twice. It's the same theater I saw Motionless in White the first time. I actually think they opened for Motionless in White. Now that I think about it, I think that's the first time I saw them. My alarm keeps going off. Shut up. I'm awake. So the first time, I just showed you the hoodie. So these guys, Ice Nine Kills, this is the first time I saw them, I had to have this hoodie, and it's got the 9 on the side, and I don't think it's got anything on the side. This is a very small hoodie, as you can see. It's the smallest one in my collection. Like I said, I was a lot thinner in my youth. Oh, the memories. Anyway. No, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I researched them more, back to my backstory before I ruined the hoodie. And I found out, that they were, this little band and out of nowhere, and that they were just kind of coming out into this side of the world, and they had a following, but they didn't have too big of a following. Now they're slowly growing. They've been played on the radio now and everything, which is awesome. But the point I'm getting at is when the second time I saw them, they had come out with a new album called The Silver Scream, which is an album which, if you don't know, is based all on horror movies. And who's a horror freak? This girl right here. This bitch! I adore horror movies, and every song on this album is based on a horror movie classic. There's Nightmare on Elm Street, there's Friday the 13th, there's Halloween, there's Saw, there's The Shining, there's The Shining, there's Jaws, there's It, there's I can't tell how many times I listen to this album. The Crow, which is not a horror movie, but I'm glad it's on there. They added a couple of new ones because they came out with a newer album of it where they added a couple more songs, and people are like, you should make a song about this. I have quite a few favorites on that album. I think Savages is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, because the video is Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, so. There's one about Saw, if I didn't mention that already. Trying to think of what else is on there. Oh, Edward Scissorhands is on there. That's another one. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Again, not really a horror movie, but still awesome. But yeah, so when that album came out and I listened to it, they were on stage. They were all in costume. Spencer was in his Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger sweater and glove. I think one of the bassist or the guitarist was in Georgie's raincoat. The drummer was I think one of them was Michael Myers, one of them was Jason. But I ended up buying the thing that's hanging in my living room. That is a big old tapestry, kind of about that size right there, that I have over here. Little, maybe a little smaller, not by much. But I ended up buying that instead of a hoodie or a t-shirt because it said The Silver Scream and it had all of them in their costumes and horror, and I love tapestries. And so, yeah, so that's the backstory of me and Ice Nine Kills. Give me 1 second.